Go ahead, Rich.
November weather?
Are we in Georgia right now? I mean, I went outside today. I overdressed. It's beautiful out.
Oh, I know. I saw you were all outside.
It's beautiful. The trees are I mean, what a place. This is unbelievable. We got the water out there. It feels like we're at the beach.
What kind of surface do they have at Bobby Dodd?
Grass.
Grass?
Yeah.
So you're out there, yeah.
It's nice grass, though.
I thought it's a new synthetic turf.
Is it?
I think so.
Are you sure? Because when you watch the wide special teams copy, it's like discolored a little bit in the middle. We got to find out.
Yeah, I double checked. I thought it was reading something.
When did they put that down?
Like recently.
Okay.
Better not bring the cleats in.
No, we'll get it right. All right, what do you guys got?
Let's talk about Phil. Last week kind of, is he back to being Phil this week, you think?
Yeah, he practiced today. He took the 1 reps, threw the ball pretty well. So it's safe to say he'll have a lot more reps this week going into the game than he did last week. It won't even be close.
Will you still like to stay with that kind of ball control play action plan, though? Keep the running game going?
Yeah, we want to run the ball. At the same time, we want to be able to hit explosives, which we hit a couple. We hit 2 big ones in the last game. So we want to be able to throw it short, throw it deep. But, the run action marries up with the run game, and we feel good about that with Phil. And then he certainly gives you the ability to move around back there in the pocket and create some off-schedule plays, kind of like he did, last year and on Friday night.
You said the timing would come, with reps and practice. Where do you think Phil is right now in terms of getting that connection?
You'd have to ask him. I was only there 1 period today with the offense. From what I saw, the timing looked pretty good. Looking back at the game, he had some pretty good timing throws in the game. The one he hit to Zay was pretty. I mean, that thing dropped right in on him. You'd have to ask him that question. I think you guys are going to speak to him today. So ask him. I bet you it's not where he wants it to be, but it looked pretty good today. So I'm excited. The nice part is he gets all Tuesdays reps, he gets all Wednesdays reps, he gets all Thursdays reps, where last week it was kind of, he didn't take many reps. So.
Was there kind of a tangible difference just in mood, tone, atmosphere when guys knew he was back?
I think they were excited, and I don't think that's for any, and that's just me being really honest. If I just told you no, I think they probably were, and that's not to slight Dennis or Emmett or anybody else. I just think, Phil's been our leader. He's been a guy who's made a ton of plays for us. He's, in our opinion, one of the best quarterbacks in the country. And to get that back when it was unexpected, because the guys didn't know. When I found out there was a chance, I didn't run around and tell anybody. We just kind of brought him out and practiced. And the offense kind of knew, but the defense, I think they kind of saw him and they had no idea. Because I didn't want to get anybody's hopes up. But I think it's fair to say the guys have some extra juice and some extra confidence. But again, not taking away anything else from those other guys, just Phil's been the guy.
You kind of touched on what I was just going to ask. When he was injured, did you think he was gone for the year at that point, or even a few weeks into it?
Yeah, I did not think he would heal this quickly. I would have guessed maybe a game at the end of the year. I think it's remarkable that he was able to come back. Obviously, the surgeon did a great job. He did a great job in rehab, and it healed a lot quicker than we thought. But yes, I did not think he'd be back at this point.
I want to check in on injuries. How's Tyler doing, and Brandon as well?
Tyler practiced today,
Okay.
so Tyler will be good to go. Brandon and Trey ran around today. I'm hoping to get him into more practice tomorrow. Trey was out there practicing with the offense today, so I know I've said day to day, and I guess I can continue to say it's day to day, but I anticipate him practicing a lot more tomorrow, and I'm excited for that.
And then IGM as well.
IGM's probably a little less likely to play than those guys are, just being very honest with you. CJ Lewis is having surgery today, so CJ will be out for the year. Jason Maitre is having surgery today, so Jason will unfortunately be out for the year. So it looks like we lost 2 more starters. We wish them well in their surgeries today and are confident that, they'll be back, but not to finish out this year.
What's CJ having repaired?
CJ had something going on with his finger that he needed to have surgery on. So sadly, there's 2 more guys. But the next guy will come up, and then we'll continue to get him better.
Coach, kind of an off-the-radar question. High school playoffs started around here last week. 1, can you pay attention at all to it? And 2, any memories or kind of cool stories from your days playing?
One, I'm very excited about the high school playoffs, and I wish everybody good luck. And yeah, we're definitely paying attention to it. A lot of the guys that we've been recruiting, are involved with them, and we're rooting for them. And hopefully, when will they end here? When will the state championship
First
be?
week of December.
So the first week of December. So
Yeah.
it ends kind of early.
Yeah.
So you're hoping some of those states go way on, and we can get to those final games. But those would be nice to get a chance to go and watch. But we certainly wish them all luck. Growing up for me, that Thanksgiving morning was the biggest rivalry. That's when you played your crosstown team, 10 o'clock in the morning. Both towns came. Those are my best memories. Thanksgiving morning, more than any playoff, or those were the ones you looked forward to when you were a kid, and you really disliked the team you were going to play from the time you were playing Pop Warner till you got a chance to play them in high school. And that was the game for us, and when I grew up in New Jersey. So that was.
Did you compete for a state title at all?
No, we did not. We won the league my senior year. We did not compete for a state title. I'm a better coach than I was a player.
Let's talk about the pass rush, starting to come along, starting to force some turnovers.
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to need in these cold weather games coming up?
You need the pass rush, third down. You need the pass rush when you get ahead and you force teams to throw the ball. Teams have been running the football on us a lot. And, we had 3 sacks 2 weeks ago, right? We pressured the quarterback, hit him a few times last week. I know Josh had the 1 sack. It all depends, again, what we're going against. Is it a running quarterback? Is it a big screen team? Are we going to drop 8, drop 9, rush 7, rush 6? I think Tem's doing a really good job mixing it up on third downs and even first and second down. I think you've seen us blitz a little bit more than we had last year, a lot more than we did last year. So I think those guys are doing a good job. I think Coach Vince is doing an awesome job, and I really do mean that. He's had a lot of guys banged up, and I think those guys are playing at a pretty high level. They're straining, they play with good fundamentals and technique, and I'm proud of the way they're coming along. Hopefully, we'll continue to get more pass rush. We'd all like it, Rich, trust me.
Turning to Georgia Tech, what have you seen from Jeff Sims this year, development-wise? You saw him last year as well.
I know he missed 2 games this year, right? He got injured. And I think since then he's continuing to get better. He looks more comfortable in the pocket than he did last year. He still has the ability to run. He's another one of those guys. He's very elusive, does a good job in the run game, does a good job scrambling. It seems to me like he wants to sit back in the pocket and try to throw it a little bit more this year than he did. Obviously, he was a rookie last year during COVID, so I can imagine how hard that was. The running back, that guy, he's got some serious gas to him. Number 1. Number 27, those guys are really good players. Might be the most explosive back, in at least my opinion, that we've seen. So we'll have our work cut out for us. The combination of those 2 guys in the backfield, it's very, very athletic and very fast.
Yeah, the receiving core too. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs is a big part of that.
He's a huge part of it.
20+ catches.
Right,
this year.
and then it's 7, 2, 12.
Yeah.
7's kind of built like a back. He's a good catch and run guy. But I'll tell you what, number 1, you got to know where he is in the pass game because he's the guy who wants to throw the ball to. You can tell those guys have a good connection.
Jeff, I noticed on social media, some guy named Flutie, trying to be funny, but he visited Phil after the game. How nice is it to have him and people like that around?
It's great to have guys like that around. And I know Matt and Luke were at the game. I know there were some other guys at the game. I feel like every time I turn around on the sideline at every home game, Doug is there. And I feel like every time I'm about to walk into the tunnel after the game, Doug is there. And I feel like win or lose, Doug is supportive. And if we have an away game, one of my first texts, win or lose, is from Doug. And it's unbelievable. And I mean that, and I'm grateful. He's a special guy, and his support means everything.